Hello, welcome to our scholarships and grants session for international students. And thank you for joining us as their co-friends. My name is Xin Yue. I am a graduate student at UW. I have completed my undergraduate degree at UW, and I have received some of the on-campus scholarships and external scholarships. It's my pleasure to be here and share our scholarship and grants session with you guys. And please let me know if you guys have any questions. We will have a Q&A session right after our presentation. So some of the highlights for today is how to search on-campus scholarships and what are some of the on-campus merit scholarships and departmental scholarships and external scholarships. So first, we need to understand there are different types of scholarships at UW. One is merit-based scholarships, which means that scholarships are based on
Oh
academic
no.
performance and extracurricular achievements. Could you
Yeah, he is so mad. I
could you
mean,
please mute Jesse? Can you mute the student? Okay, thank you. Merit-based scholarships means that it's based on academic performance and extracurricular achievements. So it is usually open to all and open to international students as well. On the other hand, at UW, there is need-based scholarships. So need-based scholarships are awarded on the basis of financial need. It's usually open to Washington State residents and US citizens, green card holders. The reason need-based scholarships are not open to international students is because a lot of the fund for need-based scholarships are from taxpayers. So US citizens pay the tax for them to receive this scholarship. So as an international student, we are not eligible to those type of scholarships. We are only eligible for merit-based scholarships. To apply for merit-based scholarships, typically, here are some of the things that you will need to prepare. First one is, of course, you will want to tell them your name, your contact info, and your academic experience, extracurricular, like things that to convince them that you are worthy of receiving the scholarship. And most scholarship will ask you for an application essay. So it will be a personal statement or other types of essay that you will share about yourself, your experience, and your academic interest. Another thing that typically merit-based scholarship or research scholarship that requires is your CV or resume. CV and resume, if you don't know what they are, feel free to Google them or search up our career and internship center. They have very detailed examples and explaining for your CV and resume. But it's a formal document describing your activities, work, or volunteer experiences. And lastly, it's very important for you to know some faculty members and know who to ask letters of recommendations from. So this is usually a letter from a professor or mentor about your experience and contributions. So all this material together will prepare you for a higher chance of receiving a merit-based scholarships. At UW, there is a office called Office of Merit Scholarships, Fellowship, and Award, abbreviated, we call them OMSFA. OMSFA has a very detailed web page and then database. Today, we will be talking about their database and how to navigate their database and find the scholarships that's specifically open to international students. So this is a screenshot of OMSFA Expo database. In a minute, I will tell you how to find this database and how to navigate it. But database look like this. And usually, as you can see on the side, there is a field filter function. We want you to put no to US citizen, but we will highly encourage you to not use all filters because this database has the tendency, for example, if you are a fourth year and you say yes for fourth year and then no to US citizen, no to you apply for all the filters, they will filter out some of the scholarship that you are eligible for. So we will highly encourage you to just put one filter, say no to US citizen, and check out the scholarship list yourself and see if you're eligible for that list. And some of the scholarship has their specific requirements, including the area, standing, research focus. So it's very important to go through all the detail page and eligibility for each of the scholarships. And let's go through the database and see one example. So if you Google UW Office of Merit Scholarships or UW Office of Scholarship, they should lead you to this page. This is the Office of Merit Scholarship, Fellowship, and Awards homepage. And then if you scroll down, there is a button that says Search Our Database. If you click Search Our Database, they will take you to this database. And in this database, just like what we have mentioned, click No for US citizen and click filter, I believe. Yes. Now you filter out all the scholarships that's only available to US citizens. And then you can see it's a very long list, and not all of them are open right now, but you will have to check yourself when they are open. So let's say you are an engineering student and you're interested, hey, this is engineering, I want to know what it is. So you click this, and then you will have underneath the eligibility, you will says both undergraduate and graduate student in the College of Engineering and are available. So in other words, only students from the College of Engineering is available for this scholarship. But the citizen doesn't matter. So as an international student, you can apply for this scholarship. And for this scholarship, they had a link that link you directly to the application page. And let's look at another one. Let's look at just this one, AAGA Seattle Founders Scholarship. So this one for eligibility, it says on the path to graduating from or have graduated from a Washington State high school. So this is part of the eligibility. And attending, you meet the second one because you're attending UW, but you will have to went to a Washington State high school in order to apply for this scholarships. And again, all undergraduate can apply and the international student can apply. And then underneath the procedure, they also have a specific procedure for you to know how to apply. Just like that, I will highly encourage you to check out this website and then get to know each of these scholarship and then see when they are offered, when do they receive applications, and then check out the one that you are eligible for. And let's go back to our slide. Also, the Office of Merit Scholarship, they also have advisors. And if you're interested or curious to know a specific scholarships or want to just know scholarship more in detail, feel free to book a meeting with one of the advisors and talk to them in person one-on-one. Let's come back to our slide and let's go. The OMSFA, the Office of Merit Scholarship, Fellowship, and Award, has a mailing list that I will highly encourage everyone to subscribe, because if you subscribe for this, I will put in the chat. If you subscribe for this mailing list, they will send you email about all the new incoming scholarships. Not all scholarship they send out to that email is eligible for international students, but some of them are eligible, and it's a good chance to receive news and updates regarding scholarships at UW. So I will highly recommend everyone to sign up for their mailing list. And here are some more examples from the Expo database that we just talked about. For the Statera Biggs Memory Scholarship, students from Japan, Korea, and Northeast China are eligible to apply. And this is an external scholarship called Last Mile Education Fund. Feel free to Google um, on Google, just click Last Mile Education Fund, and it should lead you to their application page. Juniors and seniors in tech-related STEM majors can apply to this external scholarship. This is non-UW affiliated scholarship. And also Empower Financing. They also offer monthly scholarship series, and this is also an external scholarship that you could apply and possibly receive if you get selected for award. Another external scholarship is called Flywire Foundation's Academic Scholarships. So if you fall one under these four categories, social justice, global health, global citizenship, environmental and sustainability, you could possibly check out that website and then apply for their scholarships. Next, I will turn the floors to Jesse, and Jesse will be introducing the departmental scholarships.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm a junior at UW. I'm studying business, and today I will go over the departmental scholarships, a library research award, and some tips on how to applying for the scholarships. So now let's move on to the departmental scholarships. This is a list of links where you can explore scholarship opportunities for different departments at UW. I will use the business school scholarship as an example today to show you what it looks like and how to apply. Don't worry if you're not a business major, we will share this slide with you after today's Zoom session, so you will have access to all these links to review at your convenience. Yeah, can we go to the next page? Thank you. For example, for our business school scholarships, we can see that the 2024 to 2025 scholarship application period has already closed, but it will reopen in February next year for next academic year. If you are currently a business major like me, you are eligible to apply for this scholarship. Additionally, if you plan to apply to the business school in the upcoming spring, you can also apply after the admission process begins. And keep in mind that the application deadline for this scholarship is May 16th. Most departmental scholarships have similar deadlines, so be sure to check both the opening date and the deadline for your desired departmental scholarship to make sure you apply on time. To be eligible for this scholarship, you must be a full-time student, meaning you need to enroll in at least 12 credits per quarter for at least 2 quarters during the awarding year. We already covered the difference between the need-based and merit-based scholarships in earlier slides, so I won't go over that again. Just for context, I applied for this scholarship in May this year, and I received my decision letter at the end of June, so this process is relatively fast, and you won't have to wait long for results. The application process involves writing several essays where you discuss your career interests, why you choose your specific major, and your reasons for wanting that scholarship, and how you believe the scholarship will help you overcome current challenges you faced. This is quite similar to writing a personal statement for your UW application. Additionally, they will ask about your involvement in RSOs and extracurricular activities and how these experiences have shaped your character. So after reviewing your application, they will decide whether to award you the scholarship. For business school students, the scholarship amount typically ranges from $2,000 to $10,000. For reference, I was awarded $8,000 for the school year, which is distributed evenly over 3 quarters. So this means I received approximately $2,600 per quarter, and the funds were directly deposited into my account. Okay. And next, I'm going to talk about an external scholarship opportunity, which is Library Research Award for undergraduates. This annual award is meant to award students who have demonstrated outstanding skills in using library and other information resources to create an original project. The Library Research Award highlights students who excel at research. Since it started in 2004, the award has already provided over $100,000 to students, if I remember correct. This award is open to all undergraduate students at UW and is for projects complete during the full academic year. Both individual and group projects are eligible, so even if you are worked on something as part of a team, you can still apply. The bad news is the application for this year is already closed, but you can always apply for it in April next year, which they will open it again. Okay, so what do you need to apply? It's pretty simple. First, you will fill out the application form with your info, with some of your basic info. Then you will write a reflective essay about your project and your research process. And then you will need to submit your research project along with a bibliography showing where you got your information from. And then you will also need an instructor support form where your instructor backs up your project. And then there's also an optional population health award essay, but that's only if your project is related to population health. Now for the fun part, the prize. The winners get between $500 and $1,000, which is pretty nice, but honestly, the recognition for your hard work is even better. This is a great way to get your research out there and show off what you have accomplished. So if you're done a great project recently or you're working on one right now, I definitely recommend applying for this award next year when it's reopened. It's a great chance to get some recognition, earn some money, and even boost your resume. Yeah. Do you want to talk about the engineering scholarship?
Yes. Next we have some engineering scholarships. So as engineering undeclared students, there are some scholarships that from engineering school that you could apply to. So just Google UW Engineering School of Engineering scholarships, and they should lead you directly to the page. Every year, the School of Engineering save a sufficient fund to award this scholarship. So if you are a engineering undeclared student, I will highly encourage you to check out this scholarship and apply using the online application linked in their webpage. I am not so sure whether they are currently open or not, but let's check it out. Interesting. They do have. This is a scholarship that's legit. Do exist, but I will find the link and then I will attach it to everyone's email. Attach it in the email that we sent out. Next, we want to talk about Mayor Gates scholarships. Mayor Gates has two scholarships. One is the leadership scholarships and one is the research scholarships. I will highly, highly encourage everyone to apply for these two scholarships. Mayor Gates, every year they award I think every quarter they award more than 100 students. It is a competitive scholarship to get, but if you do receive the scholarships, they are 5,000 total. So for research, it's 5,000 total, but they require you to engage in research for 2 quarters. So they will give you 2,500 for 1 quarter, another 2,500 in the next quarter, or the quarter that you will engage in your research project. Same thing for leadership. So it's $5,000, but you will have to be engaging on a leadership project for 2 quarters. I have received both the Mary Gates Leadership and Research Scholarships, and I can talk about some tips, but let's start by looking at the scholarship website for the Mary Gates. So let's begin with the leadership one. So applications now opens for leadership is December 11th, and then the deadline is January 27th. Mary Gates offer two application cycles per school year. One is the fall quarter, which is already ended, and the second one is winter quarter, which is the application timeline that you are looking at right now. You do need a recommendation letter for both leadership and research scholarships. And for the research scholarship, you will have to come from a faculty member at UW. But for leadership scholarship, it could be anyone. It could be someone that's outside of UW. It could be, but has to be someone that knows your leadership project and closely work with you on your leadership project. The Mary Gates endowment for students do offer RSVP for info sessions to both UW Boston students and then UW Seattle students. So stay tuned for their websites and look at their information sessions as well. And they will also offer application workshops that will work you on your application essays for leadership and research. For the leadership, let me talk about my own experience with the leadership. So they requires you to have a leadership project that either benefit the UW students or benefit the greater community of Seattle, Washington, or even greater. So it could be, this leadership, it's very creative. It could be any project. You could be helping at a homeless shelter, developing your own project. But this project has to demonstrate your leadership. And then while doing this project, you will have to, in the essay, you have to write about how you grow as a leader. It doesn't have to be necessarily associated with UW, but you will have to have a mentor that knows your work well and then willing to work with you. And then you will have to present your leadership project in spring quarter at the leadership symposium by Mary Gates. For the research scholarship, it's very similar to leadership, but differently is you all have to engage with your own research on academic research. And you will need a faculty member that is willing to advise your research and then support you with your research. Again, you will need an application essay and a recommendation letter. For the research scholarship, I think you could also possibly submit your research paper or like your data it's already have, depending on how much is developed. But from what I understand, Mary Gates do not want a project that's already finished. The project has to be a work on progress. And when you receive the scholarship, you will have to commit for at least 2 quarters to your project and work on your project. The money will directly transfer to your bank account. You can use the money for your project. For example, if your research requires participant recruitment, you will require subject for experiments, you are more than welcome to use the money for that, but you don't have to. You could use the money to pay tuition, pay rent, and buy any other equipment that you might use. And for the leadership scholarships, you are also required to present your research. research scholarship, you are also required to present your research at the UW Research Symposium, undergraduate research symposium that opens every spring quarter. So the essay mainly highlights your own understanding of leadership. So talk about what is your definition of leadership and what is your definition of a leader? What is your project? What do you want to learn from doing this project? And how you think the activity you have chosen will support your learning goals and help you grow as a leader. And when you receive Merit scholarships, you must be an undergraduate student. Graduate student cannot apply for the scholarships, and you will have to enroll at least 12 credits during the academic quarter. And if you are decided to receive the scholarship over the summer quarter, only 1 credit is required for the award period. So you'll have to register for 1 credit in the summer quarter. Again, once rewarded, recipients must be actively engaged in their research and remain a full-time undergraduate student during the award period. Similarly, with the leadership scholarships, you will have to talk on the application essay, you will have to talk about your research. So why is your research important? What is your research? What is the impact of your research? How is your research going to help you develop in your academic career or professional career? How does receiving the scholarship going to help you with your future? And next, I will turn the floor to Jessie again.
Yeah, I will talk about some tips on applying for the scholarship. First and foremost, please plan ahead. It's easy to forget that scholarships have different deadlines, and if you don't pay attention, you could miss out. So set reminders for yourself about when applications open and when they close. The earlier you plan, the better prepared you'll be. And next is determine your eligibility early on. Even if you're not eligible right now, make sure to check the requirements and see if you might be eligible in the future. It's always good to know what you need to work on to meet those criteria. Next, organize your information. When opportunities comes up, you don't want to scramble to find your materials like your resume, transcripts, or even recommendation letters. Keeping everything organized will save your time and stress later on. And one of the most important thing is get involved in activities, whether it's clubs, research projects, or even volunteer work. Staying active will give you more opportunities to show what you can do. Plus, these experiences will make your application stronger and give you a better sense of the skills you've gained. Also, try to gain exposure and experience in the field you're interested in, whether it's through internships, projects, extracurriculars. Having hands-on experience makes a huge difference. It shows you're serious about your future and gives you like real-world examples to back up your achievements. And lastly, connect, communicate, and network. Building relationships with professors, peers, and professionals can open doors to opportunities you might not even know exist. And networking isn't just about what others can do for you, it's also about sharing what you're passionate about and learning from others. You never know when a conversation or a connection will lead to something amazing. Yeah, so just remember planning, staying involved, and networking can really set you up for success. These are the tips I want to talk about today. Xinyu, do you have any other things you want to talk about?
No, I think what you have summarized is wonderful, and they are such a great tips. And I think with that, we can move on to our Q&A sessions. If you have any questions, please leave it in the chat, and let me close our recordings.